welcome back, everybody, and hey, I'm just fooling. I was in a little AFK spot because I was AFK allowing the new kelp farms to grow their kelp. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Now, the real question is, have they grown anything? So we're going to find out live here on camera. And I got no work done on the other tower, so it was craziness, like literal craziness on the server recently. I just destroyed some of my stuff, skeleton, you jerk. So first of all, we're going to check and we're going to see. Okay, so it was to that one, I think. I'm pretty sure no kelp grew in that entire time frame. So what I did, because this is causing me so much grief, and I have no idea why. Now, I didn't move the observers in this one. I'm doing a thing where they're a little bit further spread apart in this design here. The observers are kind of offset by a few blocks. But let's go down here and let's actually check. Oh, we gotta go to the other side. I decorated around here, got some sea pickles all over the place. I didn't do any bone mealing over here, but I did in most places. So you can see a bunch of coral popping up and a whole bunch of seagrass, things like that. But I want to check in here. Actually, let's look at the kelp. So this is really... I don't know what it is. I really don't know. I'm going to have to take a look and maybe poke around on like the Minecraft subreddit or something and see if I can find out some answers as to why kelp in Bedrock might not be growing the right rate. Ever since there was a stream I did, I think it's gone now. I think I got rid of it. But there was a stream that I did where all of the kelp was all grown up and the observers didn't fire. All the kelp had just grown up to the top of the kelp farms and had done nothing. I mean, some of it's obviously very clearly still growing, but I don't know if it's because there's too much stuff over here, if there's too much other kelp over here, like if I got to get rid of some of it, whatever the case may be. Let's check on the new farms, and let's actually see if any of the new farms have produced any kelp. I mean, there's kelp growing, clearly. I planted that one. Don't look at that one. Think anything really of it. But we do, in theory, have 8 full kelp farms now. So let's check the hoppers in here and let's see, is anything? Nope. Anything? Nope. Well, this is anticlimactic. And nope. And nope. Oh, we got 26. So not even a half a stack of kelp for all of that AFK work that I did. You can see I'm holding a Totem of Undying, and that's because I had to help Tommy finish a raid over at his castle. Everybody was actually on the server yesterday, and we were all having fun. Tommy and I had a snowball fight. That was a lot of fun, because he brought a shulker box full of snowballs over to my base. So I took him back over to his base and just started pelting him with them. It was really, really fun. So I am super disheartened by this kelp farm stuff, guys. Super disheartened. And I still have yet to actually concept it, but I am definitely going to widen this out. Like, this will go, like, from the leg. This is going to go from here to, like, here. To the edge of that one with the prismarine brick. Just to make this look more like that 4-point star design. And to really see exactly what it might look like. We've got mobs spawning in here now somehow. We've got a raid in here. Or, well, pillagers, I should say. Not a raid, but there's a creeper in here. I'm guessing all these guys are spawning up on the thing and falling in. Speaking of creepers, yesterday, Mandy and I had to fix the raid farm. Not the raid farm, the creeper farm. Which is technically just a mob farm. But we had to fix it because apparently, so the design that she followed, you could never touch the ground. Because the way that spawning works in Bedrock, I guess, if you touch the ground... And it didn't used to be like that. It used to just be the chunk all the way from, you know, tip of the sky to Bedrock, and apparently they changed it to now where, you know, you just can't be within like 128 blocks of the ground. So as long as the farm was above that level and you never touched the ground, it was good. Well, Mandy built this farm, and then one of the other guys on the server, Bio, ran over there, and he was messing around and made all the mobs spawn like all over the ground. So yeah, those are my feet. So, yeah, we had to go over there and fix it. Apparently, we also had to... fix it for glass. I'm not used to walking around backwards and stuff. You'll have to forgive me for that. I do still want to do some interior stuff in this video. We're going to squeeze it in here in just a moment. But, oh, I emptied the tree farm. I don't know if I showed you guys that or not. It doesn't really matter. I gotta figure out another type of tree I want to plant there. I think acacia. I think I did say that in the last segment that I recorded. And obviously we still gotta do a lot of work on this. I was kind of happy to step away from this just a little bit so I could get these other designs done. These actually zipped in pretty quick. Like, you'd think looking at them like there's a little bit involved, but no, not really. Probably like a half an hour of just solid grinding, like knockout. Like, I only had to dig down so far because they're like half sticking out of the sand and everything. Obviously I wanted them to fit with the natural terrain. I didn't want to just dig big boxes, and this was the solution I came up with for the top of them to keep them closed off while you have the water flowing in over the sides. I'm really upset that that is not. So anyway, I added these little wall pieces in here, so these are just kind of like little supports. I'm still trying to figure out something to do to anchor them to the actual underside of this structure here, but I'm going to figure that out a little bit later. But what I did was I added in some manual shut-off levers, and on these ones, I didn't want to have to dig down in the sand and do all this nasty, stupid redstone nonsense, and plus it would keep it right close to the one for this. So basically, if you flip this, it fires the redstone and it shoots the kelp out. It shoots the pistons out down below. And this is also a good way, if I ever want to, I can just lock off all these farms. I can shut them all down if we ever need to. And Tommy and I were actually talking about it yesterday. I think because I have 8 kelp farms over here, assuming I can get them to start operating at some kind of efficiency again, then what I'm going to do is, I wondered and wondered and wondered. I'm like, what am I going to do with this massive space in here? Guys, this is perfect for the kelp super smelter 2.0. I'm going to put a nice big super smelter in here, and we're going to have all of this stuff just crazy awesome. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I can't wait. So I'm just going to build a much bigger one. I know Ilmango came up with a way to do water streams where if they turn corners and you have 3 sea pickles in the corner, you can line items up with the edge of a block, so you can have the water stream actually behind the line of hoppers. So that's definitely something I'm going to take advantage of as well. The current design does not do that, and that's kind of an old design that I just kind of cobbled together. Now I know much more about building water streams and about building those kinds of systems, so it's going to be a much better system. That is, again, assuming that these kelp farms will actually produce kelp. Although, like I said, now if you come down here and just kind of let it grow for a while, and then if you just manually reset the farms, where I hate, you know how many drowned I have killed, like in the last, I don't know, couple times I've played, because I've been down here working around this ravine, and of course drowned love to spawn in the ravines and all that nonsense. It's just ridiculous. And yeah, I built myself a little AFK spot over here inside of that one little post. Yeah, that's what I've been up to. And oh my god, I am almost dead. And I've got bad omen. Yeah, Tommy, he kept complaining that he was getting raids over there, so I went over there and finished the raid for him. And ended up getting hero of the village for a while. Not that he has a village, he just has a whole bunch of guys in boxes and stuff. And let me tell you, the amount of wool that we had to harvest recently. Look, see that right there? That is a pink sheep in the wrong pen. And this is something that I noticed, like Mandy was in here shearing sheep, and unfortunately they were just getting out the door on her too quick before she could get into the pen and close the gate behind her. So unfortunately some of my different colors of sheep bled over into some of the other pens, which is kind of aggravating. We managed to sort most of it out, but I see that there's still a couple of stragglers left. Gotta get some more milk so that way I don't have bad omen anymore. And alright, so I want to do some interior work. I was going to go over and show you guys the Why is there a chicken in here? Well, Mandy also went and got some bees. Technically, she went and got some honeycombs. I don't know where she put them, though. But I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to build a brand new structure here on the island in order to accommodate the bees. Let's head down to our storage unit. And I'm going to empty out my shulker boxes, empty out my inventory. We're going to grab a whole bunch of random stuff to do some decoration inside. So yeah, this thing, empty. Completely empty. Absolutely no kelp in it. And the amount of kelp that's feeding from the system, it's just not enough. Like, I was AFK for like I don't even know, like an hour and a half. Now, it may just be that there's not enough observer coverage, which I never really thought about that, and I never really tested that. Like, that might be... Oh, the bee's knees. So there we go. Yep. Oh, and there's a bell in here. Get the bell on, folks. Get that bell on. Probably got that for Tommy's castle, because I know he's got the settlement going on over there. But yeah, so I need to empty out these shulker boxes, and we're going to grab some stuff to do some interior design work. But yep, she said she got some bees nests. She went wandering around to find a chunk that had bees in it. So I'm going to build like a bee farm. I got to look up some design ideas, and I'll probably build it kind of like they did on Hermitcraft. I'll probably do it in like a honeycomb shape. I know I take a lot of inspiration from Hermitcraft. Oh, I remember I mentioned this to you guys before. But remember when I mentioned that no squid had spawned in the farm? I was 100% correct. It was because of the tree coverage. There was no light, so there's no ocean and air coverage above it. So I guess squid can't spawn if they're underwater in an enclosed space. It has to be like access to the sky. So now that I removed that, now we're getting tons of ink sacs again. Now it's not even a problem. So I am going to switch over here and just knock out these shulker boxes real quick. Get rid of all this stuff. And we're going to fill up with some interior design stuff. And then we're going to go up to the boathouse. And we're going to get that done before we wrap out on today's video. Alright, welcome back everybody, and we are up here in the boathouse, and we have collected a nice assortment of all sorts of different woods, stairs, and slabs, as well as some logs. I'm going to make trapdoors, but I didn't have the inventory space to do so. And actually, I should have ditched some of this stuff in my ender chest, so that way I didn't have it floating around in here. There we go, just to get rid of a few things to free up the hotbar. And yep, so we've got a whole bunch of wood in there. We've got a whole bunch of different little decorations and stuff. Cartography table, we've got composter. We've got a few different things that we're going to try to slap up in here. And I did go ahead, head down to the description. I linked the video that Grian did where he shows all of the different cool Minecraft decorations that he... Yes. That's a New Year firework, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year! Woo! And I now feel confident to waste rockets again since we got that creeper farm, that mob farm up and running again. So let's see. Alright, so what we need to do first is we need to build like a table up here, or I'm thinking a desk. And I'm trying to look at the building, and I like a darker accent for this, but I don't want to... we use way too much dark oak. So I don't want to necessarily do dark oak. So I want to have a nice table... And then I want to have like a space between it, and then I want to have the chair. But the chair is going to be too wide. The chair is going to be like this. And it's going to be right here up in front of the... Actually, it can't be there. You know, when I was getting the stuff in and out of my ender chest, I at least should have grabbed the stupid... the stupid axe. That would have made my life a lot easier. I hear you, wandering trader, and I don't care. Plus, I'm also going to need some regular blocks, but we're going to build like a little backer behind this, and then we're going to have like a little desk here that is going to pop out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. And basically, we're just going to have it look like so, kind of, just like that. And these are going to kind of form the legs of our table, and then we need some slabs. There we go, and we'll get the reverse effect over here on this side. There we go. And I just gotta, yeah, I'm gonna grab my axe because this is just gonna take forever if I'm gonna sit here and try to chip out all these wood blocks by hand whenever I mess up, which I am bound to do. Whatever, leave it there for the moment. Alright, so there we go. So we've got a little desk in place, kind of. It's still kind of low, so I'm not the biggest fan of it. So what I think we're going to do is, let's get some logs. Now, I could use spruce logs, but what I kind of want is I kind of want a little bit of a darker accent behind it. I was thinking some of these lighter colored woods, but I think they're just, based on the build palette that I've got going on in here, I think they're just a little bit too light. So we're actually going to go for, we could either do logs, or we could do just straight up planks. So let's see what each one of these looks like. And I'm going to try stripping the dark oak log as well, even though that's going to make it a lot darker. Or a lot lighter, I should say. So that's what that looks like. And that's what that looks like. I'm kind of feeling the dark oak a little bit more, or the planks, I should say. It's obviously still dark oak, but I'm feeling the planks just a little bit more. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick a couple of these planks back here. And, actually, you know what? No, I've got a better idea. I am terrible at interior design stuff, so you guys are probably watching, smacking your heads, being like, what is he doing? This will all work out in the end, I promise. Alright, so let's get... Yeah, okay. I know what I'm doing. So we are actually going to make this, but we're going to make this with like a little bit of a box back here behind it. So it's going to have like a little bit of a hole in it. And then we are actually going to make some accents. I need to put a block there so I can do this. And we need to put a block there so I can do this. Okay. And plus the good thing about that is that doesn't join with the glass. I kind of don't like it. It's too big. The box is too big. The box is way too big, guys. Way too big. So what if I put just more stairs going like this? Although I could also do... And you guys, of course, head down into the comments, because none of these designs are going to be final, obviously. Head down into the comments. If you have a preference for any of the things I'm doing here, let me know. Say, hey, Nick, this looked good, or that looked good. Why don't you try doing this, or why don't you try doing that? I'd be happy to revert any of these designs back to any of the old ones that were here. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like that, although we're going to move the desk back one, because the desk is, like, too far out now. I have noticed with the particle effects in here that even on the performance side, even on the game side, this is a little bit janky. So if this is a little bit laggy in the recording, I do apologize. I need to get my PC fixed up and get it rebuilt so that way I can have my good video stuff back in that thing. I think this will be okay, though. Because we're kind of in here, and then we're going to do something with this that's going to make a little bit of a difference, too. Although I don't have to do this either. We could do, like, slabs or something. Nah, we can't do that. The box thing is just not working, and this desk isn't working either, to be 100% honest. We've got to have a gap. So it'll be 2 blocks and then a space, and then the table will be right here. So yeah, we've got to have... As if I can get the table all on one block, which I... This is Minecraft by trial and error. I'm also thinking this desk is a little bit too long for how wide it is. So I think that might be one of my problems, is I'm trying to stick a really wide desk in here, and I just don't think it's going to work. Yeah, it's just not going to work that way. So let's actually come in a block. And let's just make the desk this big. What? Oh, there we go. I honestly think that looks a lot better. I think it's just, it was too long for how wide it was. Like, I would have had to make the desk another block wider to compensate for that length. It just looked like it was just this really long thing, and I just was not the biggest fan of it. And actually, you know what? One thing he did in his video, which I actually think is really, really cool, is he had a cartography table kind of built into the table in one of the builds, and I thought it looked pretty cool. So... see, if we do this, the problem is the window is in the way, kind of. So this doesn't really work. I'm terrible at interior design, guys. I am utterly and utterly hopeless at it. Now, I still like the idea. I kind of want the block to be up here, though. Yeah, there we go. I kind of want, like, maybe if we do stairs just like so. That's better. It's better, but I still feel like the desk is like a little... The desk is just not working. The desk is just not happening here. It's like I have to have that space in there because of the way this thing is built. I kind of like the little pattern there. I kind of like it. I think what we need to do is we need to not focus so much on this and just start getting some details in here, because that's what's really going to make or break it. I could put a couple other little chairs, like just single little chairs, like, you know, this, and surround it with some signs or surround it with some fences or something like that in here. But what we're going to actually do kind of doesn't need to be anything more than what it is. I'm kind of overthinking it a little bit, which tends to be my problem whenever it comes to Minecraft projects like this. Now, what I need to do is I need to make some trapdoors, as I said. And the problem with the trapdoors in this texture pack is that none of them are going to look good for what I want them to do. At all. Like, the spruce ones are kind of okay. Do I really not have any other spruce blocks? Jeez. This is why I brought extra wood, because I knew I was going to need it. So one thing I want to do is we're going to raise up the height of this table. See, I don't like the way the trapdoors are in this texture pack. They're not as clean as they could be. And they've got these little, like, rivets all over the top of them. Although it does raise the height of the table up over the little chair back here. And another thing we're going to do is we're going to take some of these. And we're going to do some dark oak trapdoors, like so. And I actually want to put these right on the side of this chair. And we're going to kind of add like a lip. It doesn't look good, though. No, that's terrible. I did not have the effect that I was hoping it would. Boy, this has been crazy. This has just been absolutely nuts. So, yeah. I think I'm going to take a breather on this, and I'm going to come back. That's actually going to be our video for here. So I hope that you have a very, very, very happy new year. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. Let YouTube know that you really want to see more of it. I'm going to come back at this, and we're going to maybe a couple different chair designs, or maybe a couple different desk designs or something. I'm really not a fan of these trapdoors, the way that they look with the little rivets in them. I mean, I guess it kind of could work, but I don't know. We're going to have to get some more details and stuff in here, and we're going to have to kind of see how everything looks. But in the meantime, I really, really, really do hope that you enjoyed the video. Please, again, like, subscribe to the channel, and get that bell on. Ding, 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 ding. And I really, really hope that you guys have an absolutely amazing new year. That's right. I shaved between this recording and the last recording, whenever that was. But I really, really, again, have an absolutely amazing new year. Thank you so much for all the support on the channel. And I hope for absolutely the best for each and every one of you in 2020 and beyond. We will catch you next time here in Minecraft Realms. Peace.